My name is Ben Cunningham, I'm 19 years old and I'm currently studying drama at QMU in second year, after doing my first year at Nescol doing acting and performance. In the last 18 months I've done numerous pieces of theatre work and bits of filming, including a paid piece with Police Scotland. My first speech is Mercutio's speech from Romeo and Juliet, and my second one is Cam's speech from Boys by Hickson. I hope you enjoy.
Oh, then I see Queen Mab has been with you. She is the fairy's midwife, and she comes in shape no bigger than an agate stone in the forefinger of an alderman, drawn with a team of little enemies that thwart men's noses as they lie asleep. Her wagon spokes are made of the longest spinner's legs. Her cover is of the wings of grasshoppers. Her traces are of the smallest spider webs. Her collar is of the moonshine's watery beam. Her wagoner, a small, grey-coated net, not half so big as the little roundworm pricked by the lazy finger of a maid. Her chariot is an empty hazelnut, made by the joiner squirrel or old grub, time over mind, the fairies' coachmakers. And in this state she gallops, night through lovers' brains, and then they dream of, well, love, of course. You know, sometimes she driveth over a soldier's neck, and then dreams he of cutting foreign throats. And then on drums in his ears, at which he starts and wakes, and being thus frighted, swears a prayer or two, and sleeps again. This is the Mab, who plaids the manes of horse in the night, and bakes the elfics and foul sluttish hairs, which once untangled much misfortune bodes. This is the hag, that when maids lie on their back, presses them, and learns them first to bear, making them women of good carriage. This is she.
This old guy comes over to us. He's got his camera. He's dressed like an old school artist, you know, like the whole silk scarf thing. He says Viktashev. He's Russian, I think, Eastern European anyway. But Viktashev seems not to recognise this guy, but he asks if we take our photograph, right? This Viktashev fucking looks at me and his eyes go wide and his eyebrows start going. He says no thanks, like fucking wincing and smug, you know. Oh, no thanks. I think he had something like Buddy. The old guy didn't move, right? He just stood there like fucking looking at us, and he starts looking about in his bag. Viktashev gets a bit loud. He says, "Look," with hard K and Buddy, "we're having a meeting." Like, this old guy couldn't see that we're trying to have a fucking meeting, you know? And I wanted to smile at the old guy, to say it was alright, but I mean, who the fuck am I to try and smile him out of a situation, you know? So I didn't smile, I just looked down at the table. The old guy finally finds what he's been looking about for his bag and puts it on the table. I see it's like his album, kind of his portfolio. And he's smiling because he thinks the second we see it we'll understand. Like, Tasha's calling for security, and I can see these ballerinas that I think I recognise, and there's a couple of acts and a couple of musicians. And then you see right at the end, there's fucking Picasso, right? It's this amazing picture when he was like stood in front of his canvas there, just about to start painting, and the paintbrush is like seconds away from touching the canvas, and I just think, fuck me, you know? This guy's taking Picasso's fucking picture. Ben Cunningham.